Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. If you are new here, then welcome. Thank you for joining us all. My video today will be in collaboration with Simple Skincare. It's basically going to be a bit of a makeup tutorial on my go-to everyday makeup look that I've been rocking at the moment and for the past few months that I'm obsessed with. And then I'm also going to show you some of my favourite products that I'm using in my skincare regime at the moment, and including some of my little kind of faves for hydrating the skin and dealing with any dry skin problems, because that is me to a T. So if you want to find out how I got this makeup look and also find out some of my skincare favourites at the moment, then please keep watching. Okay, so I have two things in my makeup bag that I think can sometimes be really underrated. I feel like primer especially is so important. I think if the foundations to your makeup, so like the base to your makeup isn't there, then it really doesn't matter what you put on top of it. It's kind of not going to work as well as you might like it to. It kind of works hand in hand with, you know, how having a really good skincare regime will mean that your makeup will just generally look more flawless and it will go on better. I've realised that over the years, like I've started to take really good care of my skin now, and since doing that I've noticed such a difference in how my makeup goes on. So something that I was sent a few weeks ago now by Simple to try out is the Hydrating Booster, and I'm obsessed with it. This was a completely new thing to me. I'd never seen it before, and I was like, this sounds like a bit of me because I suffer from a really dry skin. I get those really annoying little dry patches, and when you get that, there is nothing worse than putting foundation over the top of it because it just goes crusty and it's not a vibe basically. And so I was really intrigued to try this out, and I've been using it now for about a month and I'm obsessed. I feel like I've just noticed such a difference in the way that my skin, like I love a dewy look when it comes to like my foundation, and I feel like this is really helping me to achieve that. So I basically put this on before I put my primer on, so it's the first thing I do when it comes to doing any of my makeup. I think the reason that I do love it so much is, you know, when your skin kind of is like, it's dry, that it feels kind of tight, and then when you put your makeup on top it just feels like all the moisture is just sucked out of your face, which is the worst feeling. This is where this little guy comes in handy, so I can't recommend it enough. So basically I'm going to start off step one by putting this on. So this is basically like a really lightweight gel consistency, which is nice so it doesn't feel too heavy on your face, because obviously when you put a lot of products on you don't want anything to feel like overly heavy. So next of course we will be moving on to my actual primer, and I am in love with at the moment the All Hours primer from YSL Beauty. I'm obsessed with it. I really like the consistency and the way it feels when I put it on, and I think for me that's like one of my number one things, is kind of how it feels on the skin. So seeing as I wanted this video to predominantly be about the skin and the makeup, I used to get like a flawless look. I've just done my eyebrows off camera. I do have a tutorial on my eyebrows, and all the products I use in that tutorial are the same ones I use today if you're interested. But yeah, so now I've primed my face, done my eyebrows. I've just put some concealer underneath my eyebrows, which is the Benefit Oiling Airbrush Concealer, which is my favourite. It's amazing. We are now going to move on to foundation, and my favourite foundation has not changed for a very long time and is still the Hourglass Vanish Stick foundation. It is life. I'm obsessed with it. I don't think I'm going to change anytime soon. I swear to God, guys, I'm actually obsessed with it. I honestly need shares in Hourglass, I'm not going to lie, because I just live for this stuff. Yeah, so I've got the colour Golden Tan, and I'm just going to put that all over my face. So now I've got my foundation on, I'm just going to go in and blend it with my beauty blender. This again I feel like is a must-have if you want that flawless look. I honestly, like, it's my favourite thing in my makeup bag. So now that's all blended in, I'm going to move on to concealer, and I have two favourites at the moment. The first one is the Benefit Brightening one, which is my ultimate favourite for giving that really bright look. I use this all the time now, it's a must-have. And then the second one is, as I say, the Airbrush Concealer. It's a vibe. Like, this is, I think, the key to having that really flawless look. Well, I think so at the moment, because it makes my skin look amazing. So I'm going in first, obviously, with the brightening one, which I just put underneath my eyes. I also like to put a little bit just here, just to brighten up that bit, and on my chin. And then obviously before blending it in, I'm just going to go in with my Airbrush Concealer one. So now that is all all blended, I'm going to set the bottom half of my face with my Mercier translucent powder. So literally from here down, because you know that I don't like to set my cheeks before I put my highlighter on, because I feel like it doesn't look as dewy and it doesn't work as well if I put powder on first. So I'm just going to do the bottom half. So while that is baking and doing its thing, I'm going to move on to highlight. The reason I'm not setting my forehead for this makeup look is because, as I say, I want it to be dewy and I want it to be glowy, so I don't want to be too powdery, and I actually quite like having a little bit of kind of shine to my forehead, which I know is probably weird and a lot of people probably don't want that, but I quite like it. I think it's good that your face looks alive when you've got makeup on. So I'm just going to leave that. I'm just going to put a light bit of powder on it in a little bit. But first, as I say, moving on to highlight, my favourite bit. As always, guys, Topshop Glow Pot, Champagne Pot, Becca Cosmetics. It's all you need in your life, and I've never changed for I don't even know how long now. It's probably like a good 2 years I've been using this as my highlighter. So yes, that's what I'm going to do. So step one is Topshop Glow Pot. So for this, I literally just use the back of my nail, just take a little bit out of the pot and put it onto my hand. And then I'm just going to use my finger to kind of warm the product up on my hand before just popping it on my cheekbone. So then next I'm just going to add some Champagne Pop on top of that. I actually like to use a fluffy blending brush to apply this, just because I want it to be like a real kind of like perfect placement of the highlighter, because I want that like super poppy cheekbone like so, and I feel like using a little small fluffy blending brush is actually a really good way of doing that. And I think that's why this product works so well, is because on top of the Topshop Glow Pot it kind of sticks to get together so that it sits in exactly where you want it to be, and I feel like your highlight just will be forever popping, which is what you want. The fluffy blending brush, by the way, that I'm using is the Morphe E28 brush. So now we have my highlight in the place I want it to be. I'm just going to use some more of my translucent powder and set my under eye makeup. I've only just recently kind of started to put my powder on with a beauty blender all the time, and I actually love the way that it makes the powder look, so I'm a big fan of putting powder on with a beauty blender now. So now I've popped my powder under my eyes, I'm just going to use this powder brush from number 7 just to get rid of the powder that is on the bottom of my face. And then just kind of using that brush, I'm just going to lightly dust my forehead to kind of set it slightly. So another slightly new product that I've been using at the moment, which I'm really in love with, is the Well Rested kind of concealer powder from Bare Minerals. I just love the way it brightens your, like, I think you were supposed to use it for under eyes to brighten your eyes up, but I love using it as kind of like a nose contour. I put it also in here and also an inner corner eye highlight, just because it's so bright. So I'm just going to put some of this using a pencil brush down the bridge of my nose. So I'm just going to put that on like so and kind of let it bake and set before brushing off any excess. So while that is just doing its thing, just going to warm up my face and contour a little bit. So I'm going to use my Hoola bronzer from Benefit and the NYX number 5 contour brush, which I love, it's so good. So I've contoured both sides of my face now, and my jawline and my forehead just give a bit more colour. I've also gotten rid of the excess powder off my nose. I'm now just going to warm my face up just a little bit more because my body is quite tanned, with a bronzer brush and my Hoola bronzer, which I've now lost, just to give, as I say, a little bit more of a bronze look, because I love to look very brown. Just while I remember, using a bit of Champagne Pop and a pencil brush, I'm just going to add some nose highlight, and then I'm also just going to add that to my brow bone as well. Like whenever I do my brow bone, I literally think to myself, oh my god, I need to get my eyebrows done. Like, I'm not in a good way right now, guys, sorry about this. So some of the final steps to this look are using another one of these Morphe E28 brushes that I have so many of because they're my fave. I'm just going to use a bit more of that Hoola bronzer and just define my eye socket, just to kind of give it a little something. So I'm not going to do any eyeshadow or anything with this look, because it's more my everyday kind of skin look. So then lastly, I'm just going to pop some mascara on my lashes, which I use my Maybelline the Colossal Big Shot mascara, and then we put some lashes on top, and then just do lips. I'm just going to do that off camera. So to finish off that makeup look, I've just gone to pop on some lashes. They are the House of Lashes Iconic ones, and then on my lips I have my favourite lip combo, which is the NYX lip liner in Sugar Glass and a bit of MAC Myth over the top in the middle, just to brighten it up and make it a little bit paler. That is my go-to lip combo. I always wear it pretty much every single day. So if you're wondering what I'm wearing on Instagram, that's what it is, guys. So that is basically my makeup look finished, bar the finishing touch, which is makeup setting spray. My favourite one at the moment is the L'Oreal Infallible Fixing Mist. I swear by it. Like, I was in Bali for 10 days and every single day my makeup didn't move off my face and I was sweating my life away. Like, I mean, like, I was dripping, like dripping. And my makeup stayed on. I think it might be down to this bad boy right here. Yeah, it's a vibe. You need it. So yeah, so I'm just going to spray some of that on my face. I feel like I love my makeup once I've sprayed the makeup setting spray. I feel like it just finishes it off so nicely, because I think when you're using like products on top of products, it can sometimes kind of like sit on your skin, and then I feel like when you spray it with makeup setting spray, it kind of all just merges together very nicely, starts to look a little bit more like skin and gives you that dewy look that we're going for and that I love. So this is my go-to everyday makeup look at the moment. I'm living for it, and all these products are my current ride or dies. But obviously this video is in collaboration with Simple Skin, so the next part of this video I'm basically going to show you my favourite skincare products at the moment once I've removed my makeup, to basically keep my skin looking good and feeling really fresh for when it comes to putting makeup on. So if you want to see what I'm using at the moment, then keep watching to find out. So once I have removed my makeup with makeup wipes, which is what I do when it comes to taking off my makeup, that's my first step, is makeup wipes, just because it's easier to get it all off. I'm now using at the moment the Simple Water Boost Micellar Cleansing Water. This one I love because it doesn't dry my skin out, and I found some other micellar waters were amazing at getting off my makeup, but my skin was left feeling really dry. And this one literally says that it's for dry, dehydrated or sensitive skin, and it's instantly rehydrating, and it's also soothing, and I completely agree with everything. Like, it is amazing for my skin. So I've taken off, as you can see, most of my makeup, but I'm just going to use on one of these cotton pads. I'm just going to pop some on there and just go over my skin, just to really make sure that we've gotten all of the makeup and dirt and anything else that might be on my face. I mean, it actually baffles me how much still comes off. I normally use about 2 or 3 pads, I'd say, when I'm doing this, just to make sure that I've got everything and that I'm feeling super fresh and clean. The last step that I've been loving at the moment in my skincare routine before my moisturiser is using the Simple Micellar Facial Gel Wash. This was new to me. I started using it about a month ago when I started using the hydration boost thing. And I was a bit like, oh, a gel wash, I don't know, like, do I really need it, do I not? And I love the feeling after I've used this. I feel like this literally makes me feel like my skin is just so clean and so, like, hydrated, and just everything that was on my face is off my face. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you get into bed, you just want to feel like everything's just disappeared, which is what this does. So yeah, so it literally just says that it's going to basically leave you feeling instantly refreshed, and it's not going to leave your skin feeling tight, and it's instantly hydrating, and it really is. It does all that. So I'm a big fan of this hydrating water boost range. Like, it's amazing. So I basically just apply it to wet skin, and then I just kind of like lather it up, moisturize it in, and then remove it with a hot face cloth. So that's what I'm going to do now. So that is basically everything, and a little look into my favourite skincare products and my skincare regime at the moment. I feel like the older I get, the more I start to really look after my skin, because I really realise just how precious it is. So I hope this gives you guys some inspiration if you don't already have a skincare regime and are looking for some products to try, or just want to try something different, or, you know, just wanted to just watch me take my makeup off. You know, we're here, whatever floats your boat, guys, I'm here for it. Thank you so much for watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. I've linked everything I've used in the description below. But I will see you all very soon in my next video. Bye, guys.